I love my grandson Joshua, but he was trouble from the start. But listen, it wasn't all his fault. In fact, come to think about it, it really wasn't his fault at all. It was my daughter Rebecca's fault. It all started right down that street, right over there in 1969.
Vinny!
Oh, carina!
Oh, you're so big! Vinny! Oh, I'm coming!
Sto venendo!
Vinny, what the hell was that?
Damn, I think I blew another tire.
Bye.
Coast is clear. You gotta go, baby. I gotta get ready for my next delivery.
A casa mia. Come lo seccio Nina. A casa mia.
Come on, Selfmere. Oi, please, Oi, Vinny.
When Joshua was a baby, his father was very proud of him. My poor daughter Rebecca could only suffer in silence.
Joshua muss gekriegen das große Schmettel von deiner Menschen. Oi, wie ist mir?
Do you think Rebecca's stubbing someone on the side?
Please excuse me for a moment.
I
As the years went by, Joshua's father grew increasingly frustrated with his son.
Joshua, how many times have I told you not to hold your knife and fork like that?
My name's Joey, Papa. It's Joey.
As Joshua grew older, his father tried to teach him about the family business.
Joshua, I know you and I haven't seen eye to eye for a long time. Capers, third shelf. But you're a smart kid, Joshua. Someday, God willing, this will all be yours to run. But first, it's time you learn the three most important things in business.
What's that, Papa?
Supply and demand and advertising. Give me those, Maya. Take our latkes, for example. For centuries, Jews who don't like the taste of applesauce and sour cream, and there's a significant number of them, have suffered because of the blandness and the dryness of potato latkes. Your father realized that there was a need for a better tasting latke. This is the man. So, like the great inventor Albert Edison Einstein, I struggled and I labored often late into the evening in the kitchen to find the right combination of spices and ingredients to give our latkes a better flavor and a better texture. And finally, I came up with what is now known as our world-famous borscht-flavored latkes, a recipe that has transformed kosher cuisine. This is supply.
What about advertising, Papa?
Well, sometimes the customers forget what they need. We need to remind them. This is advertising.
It wasn't long before Joshua realized here were all these kids in the neighborhood awash in bar mitzvah money.
Whoa, look at all this money.
Wow.
A supply that he wanted a part of. But what did they need, he asked himself.
Hey, kid. Kid, where's your lunch money, kid? Where's my lunch money, kid? Where's my lunch money? Hey, what's the matter with you?
Protection. That's what they need, he decided. And that's what he gave them. So Joshua started charging the Jewish kids $3 a week to keep the bullies away. Word gets out about Joshua, and all of a sudden, every kid who was getting picked on was paying Joshua for protection. Kids with emotional problems, kids with eating disorders and odor problems, the anally retentive, romantically fixated, those with wardrobe problems, and of course, the dimwits. In no time, he's got so much business he can't even handle it all himself. So, he's got to start hiring some of the bullies to help protect the kids that are getting picked on. Being such a good kid, Joshua even hired two of the kids that got picked on the most. Samuel Manischevitz, the smartest kid in the class, got to be his consigliere.
Joey, this business has great potential. Like going into other schools. I calculated and I figured out that we can almost triple our income by year end.
And Merton Minion, the most anal kid in the class, got to be his bookkeeper.
Excuse me, Joey, but we're down at 75 cents short for the day. It's Steven Snodgrass again. By law, we're entitled to charge 1.5% interest per month on unpaid balances, which could mean $21 a year in additional revenues.
After a while, Joshua's customer base began to dwindle. It turns out he had so many of the bullies working for him that there was no one left to pick on the kids anymore. That's when he remembered what his father taught him about business. Joshua finally realized that to keep the man strong, he just had to do a little advertising. So every once in a while, he had to stage a fake bullying incident, ending with him miraculously appearing to save the day.
Get out of here, you.
He even paid the kid being bullied to ensure the scam went down at the exact time when the largest number of kids were there to see it. In the end, Joshua was a hero. The bullies loved him because they got paid for doing practically nothing. The way Joshua saw it, he got to be the boss of the playground, and unlike before, no one even got hurt. The kids who got picked on were happy to pay, because no one beat them up anymore. Everything was going great for Joshua, until...
You're in big trouble now, kid. Come with me.
Some kid's mother found out he'd paid Joshua almost all his bar mitzvah money. After she complained to the school, Joshua got expelled. Not to mention, he had to return all the money.
You're out of here, kid, for the last time. Now go!
Becca, it's not enough that business is lousy. Once again, more problems with Joshua.
I know, honey. He's doing the best he can.
I'm telling you, Becca, I've had it up to here with that kid. Joshua.
In our top story, we take you live to the scene with Peter Long, where local reputed mobster Vinny the Homewrecker Rigatoni has just been found dead. Peter?
Dick, I'm standing here beside what remains of the bed and the bodies of Vinny Rigatoni and an unidentified woman who mysteriously plunged 3 floors to their final resting place here in the basement of Hotel Amore. So-called the Homewrecker because of his notorious reputation for having fathered literally hundreds of illegitimate children, the flamboyant mobster led a colorful life. Authorities are at a loss to explain the incident, which is under investigation.
Didn't that guy used to be our milkman years ago?
Though always tragic when a person dies so young,
Rebecca!
It is apparent, at least in this case, that this lovely young woman did not suffer.
Thank you, Peter. Survived by his wife, Marinara, and legitimate children, Pesto and Al Dente, Vinny Rigatoni, dead at age 32.
Joshua?
I don't want you to go with Papa to shul this Shabbos. You and I have somewhere very important we have to go.
Ma, on Shabbos? Where?
You'll see. Joshua. What I'm about to tell you, your father must never know.
Sure, Ma, tell me.
Around the time that you were born, your father and I were having marital problems. That's
sure, like, he was a pillar of the community.
What? Vinny Rigatoni, my father?
What? Vinny Rigatoni's my father?
What? Vinny Rigatoni's my father?
Vinny Rigatoni era Tosa.
¿Qué? ¿Vinny Rigatoni era mi padre? Dios mío.
Bastard! Bastard!
He was a man of mammoth proportions who never failed to rise to the occasion whenever anyone asked him for his help. Oh, Vinny wavered from the path of righteousness. He was deeply respected and universally loved. We all knew Vinny as the man with a
Son of a bitch! I'll kill him! That bitch! I'll kill him! I don't care if he's dead! That son of a bitch! Bastard! Oh, I'll kill him!
Honey, you're not the first person this has happened to. In fact, you're not the first person in our family this has happened to.
What do you mean, Ma?
Well, around the time that I was born, my mother, your grandmother, and Grandpa Moshe, well, they were having marital problems. So, the truth is, honey, Grandpa Moshe isn't really my father.
What in God's name? This is ridiculous. I'm telling the story. Rebecca is crazy. My wife couldn't have. She... That woman! If she weren't dead, I'd kill her. I'd kill her. I don't care if she's dead. I'm going to dig her up, and then I'm going to cremate her in front of our whole family. And then I'm going to take her ashes and flush them down the toilet. Tui!
I guess that's why I like spaghetti and meatballs so much. Huh, Ma?
I think so.
Ma, maybe this summer I could, work at the deli with Papa, you know?
He would love that.
Things are changing, Maya. No one eats kosher anymore. All everyone wants is pizza, pasta, hamburgers. Before you know it, you and I'll be looking for jobs.
Papa, can we talk? I got a great idea.
Ideas. Ideas we've got, Joshua. It's customers that we need.
Papa, I know, but I've been thinking about this for like the past 2 months, nonstop, and I finally have it all figured out. Just, can we please talk?
My son, the entrepreneur. Fine. Sit.
Well, you see, Papa, it's like you once told me. It's all about supply, demand, and advertising. The way I see it, a lot of people still like kosher food, but it's all the advertising out there convincing them otherwise. Papa, I designed a new product for the deli. I think you're gonna love it.
spaghetti and matzo balls. My son, the entrepreneur.
I didn't like you when you were alive, you knocker, you. Boy, was that a happy new year in 2000.
Stop it. Put it down. Wait a minute.
I'll get you. Don't stop me.
Possibly done to you.
You want to know what she did? I'll tell you what she did. She was such a slut, I tell you. I'm gonna get you. That's my wife. I can pick her up if I want to. I can do what I want with her. You get out of here. I'm walking.